So here's a few clips of Brandon Stone hitting his driver, and I say his numbers are super impressive, and yet he makes it look so kind of effortless and easy when he hits that drive. So a couple of things that are worth noticing. One is definitely the tendency these days of golfers not to have the ball too far forward. The ball position historically, I know when I was taught, was to make sure the ball was opposite your left heel. The balls these days, the club head speeds that they generate, we don't need to have that as much. Also, you'll see that the angle of his shoulders is not too extreme. Again, one of the things I see with golfers on the weekends is a little bit too much of the left shoulder high, trying to get the ball up in the air. So we want to avoid that. Where Brandon's very, very efficient, if we look at where his head is and where his hips are when he swings back, you'll see that at the top of his swing, there's very, very little weight movement from either side. His hips have rotated very efficiently. He's got it's nice to be young. He's got this wonderful past 90-degree shoulder turn, which creates extra leverage. That's why his swing looks a little longer. Down on the downswing, you'll see the forces that he creates, that when he comes down, his legs are driving so fast, his hips go quickly. He gets this unbelievable lag position. You'll see he's almost coming off his feet with the amount of thrust coming into the ball. That shape of the shaft is really more to do with the camera lens than anything else. But if you look at this, his left heel is off the ground. So often we see with golfers trying to hit the ball far is trying to move the weight onto your left side too soon in the swing. Now, obviously this happens in a flash of a second, but you really don't want to be thinking about moving your weight. It should transfer much later, and you can see where Brandon's extremely good at pushing the club through impact with this massive extension. The club's traveling so fast it's pulling his arms dead straight, but also the club face has been allowed to rotate closed. So around about here you can see if you look at his left hand, he's fully released the club, and now his left heel starts to land and he finishes. When you look at that in full speed, it's very, very difficult to see all of these things, but he definitely doesn't look as if he's forcing the issue. It's just a hugely efficient swing that unfortunately hits at about 70 meters past where mine goes. So if there is things that you can learn, I think the number one is don't be scared to watch the basics, get your ball position correct, make a nice rotation, especially with the hips. And when you bring in the club down, it's the rotation of those hips through impact, okay, and not trying to move your weight, but rather let the hips rotate through and let the club head release fully. That will get you to hit the ball a little further and a little straighter. If you are getting some golf over this Easter weekend, enjoy, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon.